of a couple of youngsters prepared by Dion Luciani. It goes in, and now they're set and they're ready. The Magic Millions initial plate. The red light is on. Stand by. Gates have opened. They're off and racing. Neurologic deep out amongst the first to go. Convention, Starfield Images showing plenty of dash as well. Driving up there soon after the start is Alma Talk, and pushing up now is Talker down on the inside of Too Spicy. Dark Assault drifting back after the break. Bumper Humper behind those, and a gap in the field to Brazen Arrow second from last, and out the back tailed off is Come a little bit closer. By the 550 though, and Convention had sped to the lead. A length Starfield Image, who quickly came off the fence there and got out underneath the neck of Alma Talk, and Neurologic got posted 4 deep. Behind them came Talker. Too Spicy sweats on a clear run at the top of the home straight though, and running on now is Bumper Humper, followed further back by Dark Assault. Starfield Image hits the front at the 200 though. Starfield Impact the leader. Too Spicy gets clear, and Bumper Humper's running on, and Talker's coming through in the middle. Over on the inside it's still Starfield Impact, but they split the line. Golly, there's a tight go. 4 of them across the track. Too Spicy, Bumper Humper have dived with Talker at Starfield Impact in a 4-way go. Leave this one to the judge. Dead set, a camera. Right behind those then came Brazen Arrow running on from the back. Wider out then Dark Assault, followed home at the head of the others then when they'd pulled up by Convention, who's back there in company with Come a little bit closer. A gap in the field to Neurologic, and back with it when they pulled up is Alma Talk. Golly, they were bobbing up and down like a Macedonian wedding party. Heads everywhere. Starfield Impact, Convention, Too Spicy, Bumper Humper. Terrific finish. And I reckon the Humper might have bumped them right on the line. Looking at the freeze frame, looks as though it might be the 6 Dion Luciani going, yep, it'll get there. Dion will get back-to-back initial plates, having won it with Amarillo Rose last year. He's done it with the Alfred Nobel filly, who was unbeaten in 3 barrier trials. Bumper Humper, awkward gate, and it has grabbed them in the shadows. Over number 11, Too Spicy, Jade McNaught. Number 4, Talker, gets the nod for third in front of number 9, Starfield Impact. 6, 11, 4 and 9 are the numbers. Bumper Humper for Laloma Farms by Alfred Nobel out of Mardella. Trained by Dion Luciani and ridden by Brad Parnham. Gets there in the last gasp. Over Too Spicy, an All-American filly from Arctic Aura, Dion Luciani. So he gets the Quinella, Dion. It's a great effort. Jade McNaught for C. Dunlop, R. Skinner, Karen Fernie. And number 4, Talker. First of the I'm All the Talks out of De Winner. Paul Jordan, Ryan Hill for the Mungrup stud. And the time is 60.30, and it's a short half head by a half a head. Super finish. And a few little bumps traded there at the 250 metre mark as Alma Talk dropped out. Neurologic had had enough. And this has been a really good effort by Bumper Humper to cut them down and get up in the absolute last bound. Gee, it was a busy finish there to the initial plate. Race 4, the Byron Bay Premium Lager Handicap over the 2100 the next today. No changes as Brittany joins us down in the yard. And that was a pressure-packed 2-year-old race to start the new season.
And an unbelievable, just that finish there, to see how many of them were across the line as they've come to the finish post there. Scott, a horse that was in front with a stride to go, and all of a sudden it's a 4-way finish.
Absolutely, Britt. I would have thought Mike Santich probably thought he had the money there with Starfield Impact with 1 stride to go, and in the end his fillies run 4th. It's amazing. I imagine the margins will probably be a nose by a half head or something along those lines. It was a very, very good finish, and we might have seen a nice little crop, because certainly Too Spicy copped a big bump coming into the home corner, unbalanced her badly, and she was very brave to only go down by the narrowest of margins.
I think that can't be underestimated at a first ever start, to be able to cop a bump like she did and take the gaps in the way that she did. Clearly the money that came early was for a reason for Too Spicy, and that was a very, very brave effort to only go down by the narrowest of margins. Bumper Humper coming back in now and is being a little bit of a handful actually, but Dion Luciani, he He trained Amarillo Rose to win the initial plate last year. He has a real knack with these 2-year-olds, and here we are. He's had both of those runners have been unbeaten in trials, and they've ran 1-2 today here at the races.
But he does it year in, year out too, Britt. The Luciani stable, as we mentioned before, we like those horses that have had the 1,000-metre hit out or the 950, but they continue to produce them off 400-metre jump outs and produce the results. It's a very, very good effort. A Quinella in the initial plate, that's something to really put a feather in your cap with.
It really is, and I think that's what we're seeing. Him being able to be a really good trainer of 2-year-olds is what he's been able to set himself for.
I'll grab Kevin Fowler, representative of Loma Farms, because Dion Luciani's not here. Kev, first of all, can you talk us through this name?
Yeah, it was a sticker. When I pulled up behind a car, it said, "You're too close, you bumper humper."
And what about the filly herself? How long have you known that she's got ability?
For quite a while, Dion's had an opinion of her. Yeah, just whether we could hold her together to get to the first race.
You could tip her out now, or do you continue to race her? What's the plan?
I suspect we'll go once more, yeah.
And representing Dion's stable, you must be pretty impressed with his effort because he has Quinella them.
Wrapped with it, and he's great with the babies, yep.
Very happy Kevin Fowler. Well done, congratulations.
Cheers, mate.
Britt, I'll leave you with Brad Parnham when you can grab him too, but that's a very good effort. Dion Luciani stable, Quinella in the opening 2-year-old race of the season, and Brad Parnham had his hands full early, and that was a wonderful, wonderful finish. A 4-way go, but he managed to get the nose down at the right time. The bumper humper.
Right when it mattered, wasn't it? Brad just weighing in, and then we'll get a word from him. He trialled this horse at all 3 of its trials. It was the most experienced coming into this in terms of having the 3 trials. What were your initial thoughts and first impressions of the horse at the trials, and what were your confidence levels like coming into race day?
Yeah, the horse has always given me a really good feel. There wasn't a lot between Dion's 2. And, you know, I chose to go this horse's way, knowing there wasn't a lot between them, but I was pretty confident that it would be right in the finish, and yeah, both Dion's ran well, and lucky enough I just got the bob.
It was a very, very busy finish. Coming home in the straight, did you feel like you were going to get there?
It was hard to tell, really. Like, my horse had done a bit of work to get to the front there, and then, you know, it was tough enough to hold him off, but, you know, probably didn't have a lot left in the tank.
Congratulations on the win. Great effort by Dion as well.
Thank you.
Brad Parnham, the winning jockey, Dion Luciani, combining with Bumper Humper to take out the initial plate.